Question 25. At a store, each notebook has a cost of X dollars. Which situation can be represented by this inequality? 5x is less than 3x plus 2. A. The cost of 5 notebooks is greater than the cost of 3 notebooks plus a $2 pen. B. The cost of 5 notebooks is less than the cost of 3 notebooks with a $2 off coupon. C. The cost of 5 notebooks is less than the cost of 3 notebooks plus a $2 pen. D. The cost of 5 notebooks is $2 greater than the price of 3 notebooks. Question 26. A can, A can in the shape of a cylinder has a diameter of 6 centimeters and a height of 10 centimeters. Which measurement is closest to the total surface area of the can in square centimeters? F. 603 and 1900 centimeters squared. G. 245 and 4/100 centimeters squared. H. 376 and 9900 centimeters squared. J. 188 and 5/10 centimeters squared. Okay. Question 27. The diagonal lengths of 3 rectangles are shown. The rectangles are not drawn to scale. Rectangle P, 6 and 7/10 centimeters. Rectangle S, 34/5 centimeters. Rectangle T, the square root of 36 and 5/10 centimeters. Which list shows the rectangles in order by their diagonal lengths from shortest to longest? A. Rectangle T, rectangle S, rectangle P. B. Rectangle T, rectangle P, rectangle S. C. Rectangle S, rectangle T, rectangle P. D. Rectangle S, rectangle P, rectangle D. Question 28. The graph shows the relationship between the number of gallons of fuel remaining in the tank of a semi-truck and the number of miles traveled by the semi-truck. Semi-truck fuel. Number of gallons of fuel remaining. Number of miles traveled. Which function can be used to find y, the number of gallons of fuel remaining in the tank of the semi-truck after it has traveled x miles? F. Y equals 240x minus 30. G. Y equals negative 16x plus 240. H. Y equals 240x minus 10. J. Y equals negative 1/10 x plus 240. Okay. Question 29. The density of oxygen is 0.001429 grams per cubic centimeter. How is this number written in scientific notation? A. 1 429 thousandths times 10 to the third power. B. 1 and 429 thousandths times 10 to the second power. C. 1 and 429 thousandths times 10 to the negative third power. D. 1 and 429 thousandths times 10 to the second power. Question 30. Question 30. Helen had $330 in her savings account when Vince opened a savings account with $0. Helen deposited $30 into her account each week for X weeks. Vince deposited $50 into his account each week for X weeks. The accounts did not earn interest. Which inequality represents the situation when the amount of money in Helen's account was greater than the amount of money in Vince's account? F. 30x is less than 330 plus 50x. G. 50x is greater than 330 plus 30x. H. 30x is greater than 330 plus 50x. J. 50x is less than 330 plus 30x. Question 31. The height of a cylinder is 5 centimeters. The circumference of the base of the cylinder is 16 pi centimeters. Which measurement is closest to the volume of the cylinder in cubic centimeters? A. 251 3/10 centimeters cubed. B. 4,021 2/10 centimeters cubed. C. 1,005 3/10 centimeters cubed. D. 628 3/10 centimeters cubed. (32) Which graph appears to show a proportional relationship between x and y? F, G, H, J. Question 33. The points on the number line represent the values of 4 different numbers: A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3. Which point best represents the value of the square root of 3? A, point A, B, point B, point C, point D. Question 34. The side lengths of the base of a triangular prism are 5 meters, 8 meters, and 10 meters. The height of the prism is 16 5/10 meters. 10 meters, 16 5/10 meters, 5 meters, 8 meters. What is the lateral surface area of the prism in square meters? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. Question 35. The table shows the linear relationship between the number of hours Francis worked, X, and the amount of money Francis earned, Y. Francis's earnings: number of hours worked, 1 25/100, 3 75/100, 5 5/10. Amount earned: $17.50, $52.50, $77. Based on the table, how much did Francis earn per hour? A. $17.50 per hour. B. $14 per hour. C. $35 per hour. D. $24.50 per hour. Question 36. 4 triangles are shown. One side of each triangle lies on a ray, and the triangles are not drawn to scale. 56 degrees, 35 degrees, 91 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 120 degrees, 20 degrees, 120 degrees, 140 degrees, 130 degrees, 30 degrees, x degrees. Based on these triangles, which statement about x is true? F, x equals 160, because 180 minus 130 plus 30 equals 20, and 180 minus 20 equals 160. G, x equals 20, because 130 plus 30 equals 160, and 180 minus 160 equals 20. H, x equals 80, because 180 minus 130 equals 50, and 50 plus 30 equals 80. J, x equals 340, because 130 plus 30 equals 160, and 160 plus 180 equals 340. Question 37. The scatter plot shows the time spent playing a video game and the number of points scored by several students. Video game. Number of points scored. Time in minutes. Based on the scatter plot, which is the best prediction of the number of points scored by a student who spends 45 minutes playing the video game? A, 1,200. B, 920. C, 1,060. D, 1,300. Question 38. The length of a rectangular frame is 15 inches, and the width of the frame is 8 inches. What is the length of a diagonal of this frame in inches? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. Question 39. Which set of ordered pairs represents y as a function of x? A, 0, 0. Negative 1, 2. Negative 1, negative 2. Negative 2, negative 4. Negative 2, negative 4. B, 0, 0. 1, 1. 2, 4. 3, 9. 3, 16. C, 0, 0. 0, 1. 0, 2. 0, negative 1. 0, negative 2. D, 0, 0. Negative 1 near negative 5/10. Negative 2, negative 1. Negative 3, negative 1 and 5/10. Negative 4, negative 2. Question 40. Gabrielle deposits $2,500 into each of two savings accounts. Account 1 earns 4% annual simple interest. Account 2 earns 4% interest compounded annually. Gabrielle does not make any additional deposits of withdrawals. What is the sum of the balances of account 1 and account 2 at the end of 3 years? F, $5,600. G, $5,612.16. H, $5,624.32. J, $5,200. Question 41. On a map scale, 2 inches represent 60 miles. Which graph best shows the relationship between x, the number of inches on the map, and y, the actual distance in miles? All graphs, map scale, actual distance miles, number of inches on map. Question 42. Quadrilateral PQRS was translated 5 units to the right and 3 units up to create quadrilateral P prime, Q prime, R prime, S prime. Which rule describes this transformation? XY, x minus 5, y minus 3. XY, x plus 5, y plus 3. XY, x minus 3, y minus 5. J, XY, x plus 3, y plus 5. That concludes the end of the test.